but not details. Having the evidence, but not details. Everyone that calls himself a Christian should have some evidence, or show some evidence. The world should know that they have been born again. In other words, there must be a new creature, because old things have passed away. Behold, all things become new. And you will know that you have been changed, because you know that you're not what you used to be. You might not know the details or know why, but you know that you're not what you used to be. I'm going to say it again. You have the evidence. You will say amen to that. But having the evidence, but not the details. The man who was healed by Jesus in our scripture text, he did not know the answer to the question that the Jewish leaders asked him concerning his deliverance. He had been healed by the word of the man Jesus, whom he had never met. He did not know completely how Jesus healing power operating in his body of the afflicted. Being blind and unable to see Jesus in person, his understanding was limited to a voice which told him to go and wash in the pool of Siloam. He obeyed the voice of Jesus Christ and was healed of his affliction. When we're today that I walk there and obey Jesus' voice, he will heal you, he will deliver you, and he will give you peace and joy. But the main healing did not take place in Jesus' physical presence, but took place at another location down at the pool of Siloam. The man had received a life-changing miracle, yet he had another problem with it. He knew that he was healed, but he didn't know how or why. His problem, he had explained it to the group of angry Pharisees, how his healing was accomplished. He had the evidence of a miracle in his life, but not details of how it happened. Amen. But I can thank God, we can praise God today. We do not have to wonder how the miracle happened in our life. Amen. We know that when we accept Christ as our Savior, something changed all about us. But this man was not sure at this present time. And the Pharisees and the rulers were busy gathering evidence to accuse Jesus of violating the Sabbath on the healing day. In other words, they didn't think that he should have healed this blind man on the Sabbath. That's right. They wanted details. They wanted names. They wanted dates. They wanted the places. Instead of embracing the great miracles of a testimony of the healing power of Jesus, they attempted to persecute him as a criminal who violated Jewish law. They had interrogated the parents of this young man, who fearfully referred them to the healed man himself. They said that he is of age. They asked him. But the parents was frightened because they feared that to give any kind of information, they might put out of the synagogue. After much interrogation, the healed man gave the Jewish leaders the best answer that he could give. He said, where is he being sent out? I know not. But one thing I do know, that I was blind and now I see. He was sent to the interrogators. I may not be able to give you all the details that you desire me, but I have the evidence that I am a healed man. Once you come in contact with Jesus, there will be some evidence. I said there will be some evidence. In other words, you can't be the same. Because something about the man Jesus, once you just look into his eye, he'll bring a change into your life. Somebody needs to say amen to that one. But the blind man did not have, in other words, he may not have known at that time, but he was given the best answer that he could, any believer could give. There are neither sufficient words in the human vocabulary or explanation written in a book of man to describe the details of Christian salvation. But we know that our life has been changed. we witness and benefit from the evidence of the advanced technology society, which we do not fully understand. We also ask questions which have no definite answer. Young people, when they fall in love, they might ask each other, will you still love me when I'm old and gray? Well, I can thank God that I can answer that. Some of you can't answer it. I can answer that question. Because I love my wife more today than I did yesterday. He will say amen to that. We may hope that all of our dreams, hopes, and aspirations will someday come a reality. But we have no guarantee. You see, the details are yet to be worked out and unfold before our searching eyes. Only God knows the answer. Only God knows how the outcome is going to be. Faith can be defined as a trusting commitment of one person to God. It is the central idea of Christianity. It is our reliance upon God and the redeeming work of Jesus, the only begotten Son. A person can be called a Christian only by confessing and believing in the Savior. Nothing is written about any detail on the election and calling of God upon our life. But by grace are we saved. Through faith, it is the gift of God. Hebrews 11:6 tells us that. But the word also says, without faith you cannot please God. For in other words, it's hard to please God if you don't have faith. And you have to believe those that He's rewarded those that didn't seek Him. I find if you seek God, God will hear your cry. But we cannot live a full life without faith. Faith is what Jesus is. And we got to remember that faith is what Jesus did on the cross. Too often we try to work it out for ourselves. There's nothing wrong with fasting 4 days or 5 weeks or whatever you want to fast. There's nothing wrong with praying 3 or 4 times a day. But all of this will not change your heart. You got to believe in what Jesus already done on the cross. That's why God sent His Son, because He tried man, prophets for years after years. Man would be up one day and down the next. So He had to come down here and live among us to let us know that you can live a sin-free life. But we have to believe that when He hung on that cross and hung His head and locked us in, it is finished. That means everything that the devil had thrown your way has been taken away from him. Satan has no control of you and I today. I'm going to say it again. Don't walk around saying the devil made you do it. If you did, you must be in his kingdom, not in God's kingdom. I'm trying to help somebody here today now. I don't care what you're going through, hold your head up high. Because the victory's already yours. All you have to do is just accept it. Give me a second. Because faith is the act of possession or taking without the tangible detail of our gift. Plainly, Hebrews 11:1 said that faith is what? The something thing hoped for, evidence of thing not seen. So all you have to do is ask, believe it, and you will receive it. But you got to take it. You got to possess it. God's given it to you. It's already there. So I'm trying to help somebody here now. Whatever you ask God for, believe that you already have it. All of you came to the altar today. Whatever's on your mind is already fixed because God heard your cry. All you have to do now is reach out and take it and live by it and enjoy life. You will say amen to that. Further down in that same script chapter of the Hebrew, we find that even the creation is to be embraced by our faith and not our detailed analysis. You said through faith, hallelujah, we understand that that the world was framed by the Word of God, not that which are seen, made by the things which are seen, but things that made by the things which are not seen. What I'm trying to say. So everything that you look at, God made it out of nothing. You know, He made it out of nothing. But everywhere, at least you and I have been made out of something. Somebody say he took a little dirt and made man. And then he took a rib and made woman. But the point is, everything else you see, God spoke it into action. And if we serve a God can speak things into action, why can't he take care of the little problem that you have? All you have to do is ask him, he speaks already done. But this takes faith in the almighty, powerful of God. In other words, if we are to be people of strong Christian belief, we must acknowledge that there is no detail available to explain or justify the state of our blessedness. We may ask, why do Jesus love us so much? We may ask the question why, but there is an answer to that, because Jesus is love. And since his nature is love, and God is love, that's why he loves you and I. Therefore, if we have no details, how can we establish that we are indeed members of the family of God? Well, the answer we know from the before and after. We know what we were before, we know what we are now. And God knows you couldn't change your own self. You were doing things you couldn't stop, going places you couldn't stop going, saying things you couldn't stop saying. But somehow, by the snap of the finger when you accepted Christ, those things stop. God has power. In other words, you know the before and after. In other words, it's the evidence in our life that we are indeed the children of God. We must know from the Christian experience that you have been born again. Let me hear you say born again. You must have evidence such as things that you used to do, you just don't do them anymore. Places you used to go, you just don't go there anymore. 2 Corinthians 5:17 must be your testimony. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, well, he's a new creation. Old things have passed away, behold, all things become new. Thus, even without details, you can say, like the blind man said, whether he be a sinner or no, I know not. One thing I do know, where I was blind, but now I see. I don't know about you, but I know once I was lost, but now I'm found. I know that. And I know I've been changed. If you know you've been changed, let me hear you say amen. So let us go back to the assumption that there are no detailed or explanation to many of the principles of our salvation. Grace itself is a work of faith. We are saved by grace. It's a gift of God, according to Ephesians 2:8. And Andrew Crouch composed a song he said it so well. He said, I do not know why Jesus loved me. I do not know why he cared. I do not know why he sacrificed his life for me, but I'm glad that he did. He said, I don't know about you, I'm glad that he died for me. I don't know about you. I look over my life was a wreck. On his way, in fact, didn't know where I was going. Well, I knew I was not going in the right direction. But I could get, you know my testimony, I can give it right now. But the God can change you. You don't have to be in the house of God to be born again. He can born you again in your, help me, Holy Ghost. I don't care where you are. If the Holy Ghost hits you and guides you, and you believe that Jesus is the one that died for you, I don't care where you are, what you go through, you can become born again. Yeah, but many of the principles of your salvation are without details. Why did the Holy Ghost draw you to accept the gospel message? Why did you accept the message of salvation where others may reject it? Many come to church, hear the same word, some accept it and some reject it. In other words, you might try to come up with some kind of an intellectual reason for your being chosen of God. Maybe it was because you were more suited or qualified than most other people you know. Maybe you were not as bad off as the other people you know. Maybe this, maybe that, maybe this, and maybe that. But let me enlighten you, there are many more suited, more talented, and more educated than you and I will ever be to become a Christian. There is no psychological or physiological reason why you being a Christian, but thank God that you are saved. You might not know the details, but you know you've been saved. So just keep on rejoicing in the evidence of your salvation. 1 Timothy 3:16 said, and without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness. We have the evidence, but not the details of our salvation. But we do have great and precious evidence of our encounter with the Son of the living God. We know for sure that when we confess with our mouth and believe in our heart, something without explanation is happening in our soul. We are missing all of the details of our conversation, but we have what? The evidence that we have been praised, born again. I don't know about you, but every now and then I go back and remind myself how the Lord changed my life. I was not in the house of God, or I was coming to the house of God. I was even singing in the chorus, ushering on the board. I was a trustee of the church, but still I was on my way to hell. Because truthfully I had not been born again. God has not baptized me with the power of the Holy Spirit, and He did it in my sleep. I don't care when. You can be sleeping, God can change your soul. You know my evidence. I went to bed drunk and woke up sober 45 years ago. Never had a desire to drink in my life. What are you saying? The evidence is that God can save you anywhere. I'm trying to help somebody here now. Great men of God were missing some of the details of the providence of God. Look at John the Baptist. John the Baptist asked a question about Jesus when he had he just early baptized John. In fact, he made the statement, "Here comes the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world." Now here John's in trouble, about to lose his head, and he want to ask a question. He said, "Go and ask John, I think he that we should look, but you will look for another." In other words, Jesus, I like what Jesus said. You go back and tell John. If John wants some evidence, go back and tell him what you've seen. Go back and tell him that I've seen this man feed 5,000 and more with just a few fish and a little loaf of bread. Go back and tell him I've seen this man walk on water. Go back and tell John I've seen this man just spit, make clay, put on a man's eye, and he became to see again. Now that you go tell him that I know a man that was dead for 4 days, he brought him back to life. John wanted evidence, and God gave him evidence. Well, the psalmist also tried to understand the omnipresence of God. When he says, "Where shall I go from thy spirit, or where shall I flee from thy presence?" He said, "If I ascend to heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If I take the wisdom of water forever, I see even there." In other words, the psalmist said, I can't get away from God. Wherever I go, God is there before I get there. Well, you remember the Apostle Paul? Apostle Paul could not explain the unique encounter with God. He could only describe it this way. He said he was caught up in the paradise and heard an unspeakable word, which is not lawful for a man to speak. 2 Corinthians 12:4. Well, Jesus had a problem also, because he cried from the cross, my God, why art thou forsaken me?" You know when God left you. God, we were created in God's image. And nobody had to tell you you done went so low that God had turned his back on you. Because you're not going to act the same, you're not going to talk the same, you're not going to live the same. Why? Because you have nothing on the inside to guide you. That's right. The reason why the world is such a mess today, because they have not accepted Christ as their Savior. Oh, they serve a God, but there's many gods out there. There's only one God. One faith, one baptism. That's right here today now. And once we serve the living God, I don't care how low down you get. He'll reach down and pick you up, wash you up, and write your name in the Lamb Book of Life. And all the way, nobody can snatch out of his hand. You yourself can take yourself out. Yeah, by becoming sloppy and non-commitment and just figuring I can do it on my own. God will turn you over to a reprobate mind. And once God turns it back to you, help me, Holy Ghost. I sometimes wonder, how can a human being walk this earth, wake up in the morning, and see that the sun rises and sets, and see that the rain comes down, and see that the flowers grow and seem like there is no God somewhere. Creation shows there is a God. I'm trying to help somebody here now. But the point is, as I close, let me assume that you do not have, you do not know all of the details of your salvation. But just keep on walking by faith. We now see in part, we also prophesy in part. Just as you don't have the understanding of the details of the internal combustion engine of an automobile, you still ride it. You might not understand the aeronautical principle of an airplane, but you still fly in it. You don't have to know all of the details about the God that's now blessed and taking care of you. But we know that He takes care of us. We know that He looked around our fault and supply our need. Because every day we make a mistake. If God was like man, He could turn His back on you. What are you saying? You might not say anything bad, but you have a thought just as bad as speaking it if it's in your mind. The devil will mess your mind up. Your eyes will get you into trouble. Help me, Holy Ghost. But you need to give God some praise because you know you've been changed. I said, you know you've been changed. Let me tell you, don't sweat the details as long as your salvation is working for you. There you must have the evidence, you know it. But God takes, oh hallelujah.
Praise Him.
God takes out your old stormy heart and give you a heart of flesh.
Amen.
Have you been healed when the medical doctor said he couldn't heal you? That's the evidence. Have you been down, didn't know how you're going to make it the next day? You go to bed worried, wake up in the morning, you got joy in your soul. Ever that happened to you? So praise God for the evidence. We would understand it better by and by. You might not understand all the details about your salvation. You might not understand how you've been healed when you're sick. But God is God all by Himself. For the songwriter said, by and by, yes, when the morning comes, when the saints of God are gathered home, we'll tell the story how we will come, for we'll understand it better by and by. I don't know about you, but I don't have to worry about it, because I know who Christ is. I know that He's the lily of my valley. I know that He's the rose of my shine. I know His water when I'm thirsty. I know His bread when I'm hungry. Yes, sir. I know His bread over the troubled water. Who are you talking about? I'm talking about Jesus Christ, the Savior of the world. I know I have the evidence, because I knew I once was lost, but now I'm found. I don't know about you, but I was sinking deep in sin. From that peace for sure. Deepest stand with the Savior rise no more. But the Master of the sea heard not this man cry. From the waters given to me, now safe and loud. I can sing for joy, knowing on my way to glory. If you don't believe I've been saved, just follow me down to the Jordan State. Your hands are coming over on the other side. You've been faithful with a few things to make you ruler over many things. I'm talking about Jesus, early in the baby boy, came down to the 42 generation, walked beside the shore, put on this so he would flood. But he ate with man, slept with man, cried with man, but he did not sin. But the devil caught up with him on a hill called Calvary. Yeah, did he? Hell, the angel will rejoice, and we got him now. Because girl, you can't get up. Then that's no grave can hold Jesus. No grave can hold you and I. But I'm so glad they took him down, put him into the grave, stayed there all day Friday, all Friday night, all day Saturday, all Saturday night, but early the Sunday morning. Did he get up? Is he all right? Say it. Shout hallelujah. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Give God some praise. Give God some praise. Is he all right? You may not have the details, but you have the evidence. You know you've been changed. You know you're not what you used to be. You might not be all that you will be, but hold on to God's unchanging hand. And if anybody here have doubts what the God can do for you, just look what He did for all the patriarchs. And they're no better than you and I. What he did for them, he'll do for you and I. Give us shame in that. May we stand to our feet.